In this tutorial, we'll be looking at supplementary angles. Supplementary angles are special angles on a straight line in that two angles must total a sum of 180 degrees. So 180 is our key number over here. And remember, we're talking about two angles. Now, supplementary angles are angles on a straight line as well. And you can see here in this diagram, here is the straight line right here. And off that straight line, we have an angle here. Let's call this angle angle Y. And we have another angle over here. Let's give it a value. Let's say it's 105 degrees. Okay. And we need to figure out what the value of angle Y is. Now remember, this is a straight line, so that this angle plus this angle are going to equal 180 degrees, okay, which is why we can write an equation that looks like this. So we can go Y plus 105. So we can see we've got angle Y plus 105 degrees is going to equal the grand total of 180 degrees. And you can see here we need two angles. We've got them. Here's one angle, here's two angles, and yes, it's going to equal 180 degrees. So now we can solve Y. We don't know what it is yet, but we can deal with plus 105. We need to cancel that out. So we do that by doing the inverse, which is to subtract 105. And we do that to both sides to keep the whole equation balanced. So if you have positive 105 and then you minus 105, you end up with 0. So that cancels out. That leaves us with the variable, and so we bring the variable down to the next line of working, and Y in this case is going to equal 180 minus 105, which is 75 degrees. That's as far as we can go with the equation. So we now know that Y is equal to 75 degrees. And really, that's as easy as it gets. Now, there's just one further note on supplementary angles, and I'll present it like this. Supplementary angles don't have to be on a straight line. Okay, so it is possible to have supplementary angles that are like these three examples here, separated. So they don't have to be on a straight line. So I'm just going to get rid of that for now. But we still have to have this rule. It's two angles that have to make a total of 180 degrees. So for example, if we were to say that this angle was 50 degrees, this angle here was 120 degrees, and this angle over here was 130 degrees. So we'll call this angle A, we'll call this angle B, and we'll call this angle C. Which of these two angles, out of the three can be combined to make supplementary angles? Remember, they have to total 180. So in this case, 50 plus 120 is 170, so it's definitely not B and A. A and C, so 50 plus 130 equals 180. So if I go angle A plus angle C equals 180, which is 50 plus 130 equals 180. That is true, and therefore we now know that angle A and angle C are supplementary angles. So that's just a little note for you to remember. And that is that supplementary angles don't have to be on a straight line. They can be separated like this.